What if I told you that one of Hollywood's biggest unfinished stories has been hiding in plain sight for nearly 2 decades? A movie that made almost $500 million, changed the lives of its 2 biggest stars forever, and ended with the perfect setup for an even bigger sequel. Yet somehow, it never happened. But now, with spy movies making a massive comeback, studios reviving classic action franchises, and audiences craving stylish espionage again, one question refuses to die. Could Mr. and Mrs. Smith finally return? And if it does, would it bring back Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie? Or completely reinvent everything we thought we knew? Today, we're breaking down every official fact, every believable rumor, every hidden clue, and some mind-blowing theories that could make a sequel even bigger than the original. And trust me, the final theory might completely change how you look at the ending of the first film. When Mr. and Mrs. Smith exploded into theaters in 2005, audiences expected a fun action comedy. Instead, they got one of the most entertaining spy movies of the decade. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie played married assassins secretly working for rival organizations before discovering that they had been assigned to eliminate each other. The film blended explosive action, sharp comedy, and unforgettable chemistry, eventually earning nearly $500 million worldwide, making it one of the biggest hits of 2005. But what happened behind the scenes became even bigger than the movie itself. Their real-life relationship transformed the film into one of Hollywood's most talked-about productions ever, making Mr. and Mrs. Smith part of pop culture history instead of just another action blockbuster. Ironically, that same history may have become one of the biggest reasons a sequel never moved forward. So, is Mr. and Mrs. Smith 2 actually happening? Here's the truth. As of today, there is no officially announced theatrical movie called Mr. and Mrs. Smith 2. No studio has confirmed development. No screenplay has officially been announced. No release date exists. And neither Brad Pitt nor Angelina Jolie has been confirmed to return. Instead, the franchise has moved in a completely different direction through Prime Video's television adaptation, which reimagined the concept with new characters rather than continuing the 2005 story. Season 2 of that series is in production, with a new lead pairing after shifting toward an anthology-style approach. So, if you're hearing headlines claiming Mr. and Mrs. Smith 2 is officially coming, right now, that simply isn't true. But here's why fans still believe it could happen. Hollywood has changed dramatically. Studios are bringing back almost every successful franchise imaginable. We've seen legacy sequels arrive 20, even 30 years later. Top Gun, Beetlejuice, Gladiator, Twister, nobody thought many of those would happen either. That's exactly why fans continue asking whether Mr. and Mrs. Smith could receive the same treatment. And honestly, the original ending already left the perfect opening. John and Jane survived. They stayed together. They defeated everyone sent after them. But one massive question remained unanswered. Who actually controlled those assassin organizations? The movie never truly explored the people at the top, and that missing piece could become the entire foundation of a sequel. Imagine this story now. Everything you're about to hear is pure fan theory and creative speculation, not official information. Imagine 20 years later. John and Jane have disappeared from the spy world. Everyone believes they're retired. Maybe they even have a family. Maybe they've built ordinary lives. Then suddenly, someone starts eliminating every former assassin connected to the organizations from the first movie. Safe houses disappear, secret identities are exposed, entire spy networks collapse overnight. John and Jane realize something terrifying. They never destroyed the organizations. They only escaped them. Now, the people who stayed hidden for decades have finally come back. Except this time, they're smarter, wealthier, and they've been watching John and Jane the entire time. Not to kill them immediately, but to force them back into the only life they ever truly understood. If a sequel somehow became reality, fans would obviously hope to see Brad Pitt return as John Smith, and Angelina Jolie return as Jane Smith. But once again, there is absolutely no official confirmation that either actor is attached to such a project. Some online discussions imagine completely new stars taking over the roles, while others believe a legacy sequel only works if the original duo returns. Those fan castings are exactly that, fan ideas, not studio plans. If Hollywood wanted a true event movie, bringing back the original pair would instantly become one of the biggest announcements in modern action cinema. Now, here's the theory that really caught my attention. What if the first movie wasn't about two assassins escaping? What if it was actually their recruitment test? Think about it. Every mission, every betrayal, every assassination order, every organization trying to eliminate them could all have been designed to discover one thing. Could these two become the world's most unstoppable spy team? Imagine learning 20 years later, someone had been secretly watching every decision they made, not because they failed, but because they passed. That twist would instantly reframe the entire first film in a completely different way. Again, this is only a fun theory. There is absolutely no official evidence supporting it, but it's exactly the kind of reveal that spy thrillers love. Could it connect to the Prime Video series? This is another question fans keep asking. Could the television series somehow connect back to the 2005 movie? Right now, nothing officially suggests that. The series tells its own version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, with different characters and its own mythology, rather than continuing John and Jane's original story. Still, if a theatrical sequel were ever made, a surprise crossover or shared universe would certainly get people talking. It's unlikely based on what we officially know, but in Hollywood, never say never. When could it release? Since there is currently no officially announced movie, there is also no official release window. Realistically, even if a sequel were announced tomorrow, development, casting, filming, and post-production would likely take several years. That means any release would probably be well into the future, rather than arriving anytime soon. So if you see specific release dates circulating online, treat them as speculation unless confirmed by the studio. Ending. Here's the fascinating part. Sometimes, the movies we never got become even more legendary than the ones we actually watched. Mr. and Mrs. Smith didn't just succeed because of explosions. It worked because two dangerous people slowly realized the only person capable of understanding them was each other. That emotional core is timeless. And maybe that's why fans still haven't stopped asking for another chapter after all these years. Will Hollywood finally reunite John and Jane? Will the franchise continue only through new characters? Or is the greatest secret of Mr. and Mrs. Smith the sequel that has been waiting for the perfect moment to exist? Only time will answer that. But one thing is certain. If those two legendary spies ever walk back onto the screen together, the mission won't just begin again. It will instantly become one of the biggest movie events in the world.